Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. We are not playing Jukebox Justice tonight. We have a nice little one-shot for you. A few announcements before we get started. If you are enjoying what we're doing, we have a Beacons page with a lot of affiliate links, so you can help support the show. We have a Redbubble with all of our merch. We have a coffee page where you can make donations, all that fun stuff. All of our social media links are also on there, so you can follow those, keep up with updates about the show, or join the Discord where lots of fun and chaos happens. If you're watching the video on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe so you can get notified when new episodes are posted if you can't watch live. But if you can join us, we have weekly streams on Sundays, and we're still in the midst of our Clockwork Chronicles miniseries on Saturdays, so you can still join in on that. And the barrier for entry for that series is a lot lower, so you can get caught up and probably still make it in time for the last couple episodes of the series. It's approaching fast. It's coming. Be ready. But we're going to be playing a new system tonight, created by Craig over here, lovely friend of the show. So Craig, please tell everyone about your system and what we're going to be jumping into.
So the name of the game is Shadowlight and Persona, original rule system, and a kind of multiverse lore, kind of a big umbrella of cosmology and metafiction that sort of ties all the individual universes together. So you can imagine 50 different gaming groups all playing Shadowlight and Persona. Each table, each group would be considered an individual universe throughout the omniverse that is Shadowlight and Persona. So every campaign frame could also be considered an individual discrete universe. So what we're playing tonight is called Covenant, more specifically, a covenant to mend a galaxy in tatters. So my thinking with this is having grown up with lots of space opera and science fiction, having been raised on it practically, this is a sort of what if you think of your favorite space opera property and imagine what it would be like if neither the good guys nor the bad guys won, and the big war that took place between them left everything in shambles, left all these little individual star systems and clusters, these different parts of the galaxy kind of fending for themselves and subsisting on their own, making small regional alliances and trade agreements with each other, but ultimately just everybody fending for themselves with no big galaxy spanning government left over to screw things up, which is inevitably what happens. So not too hard science fiction, think hyperspace and blasters, and probably not so much in the way of aliens, but who knows? We never know what we might find. And the system is this. The Persona is the system side. Shadowlight is the lore side. They kind of exist on a continuum with each other. So Persona is effectively, it's skill based. There are no classes. There are no levels per se. Everything is handled on skills, attributes, skills, enhancements. Powers and talents are the main areas of the character sheet. And the dicing system is based on around D10s. So D10s are the only dice that you would use by default. And the core mechanic is to roll a handful of D10s, look at the highest result, and typically rolls will be opposed, where one of the players will be opposed to myself or vice versa. And we compare our results, and whoever gets the highest number wins the challenge. Depending on what kind of the challenge is, will determine sort of the next narrative step in how the narrative unfolds. And that is the hyper condensed premise.
Cool. With that, we can go around and have everyone introduce themselves and who they are playing tonight, and then we can kick this off. So let's start with Maria.
I'm Maria. I need to reach into the void really quick for my hot water. And I'm playing Ives. He's kind of like a roguey, kind of in and out quick kind of guy. Space rogue.
Rogues in space. Space rogues.
Sprogue.
Yes, that's going to be the one thing that we have to make sure of. No matter what we're talking about tonight, we put the word space in front of it.
Yes.
Yeah, space rogue. And my mug also has Boone on it.
Oh,
It's not a custom mug. I just found this at Meyer one day.
Wow. Lucky find.
Now, see, if you put a unicorn horn on the dog, then it would be an alien from another
It would
star
be an alien dog.
Yes.
I appreciate that reference.
As well you should.
Well, for appreciating that reference, Crow, you can go next.
That's what
All right.
happens. How dare you appreciate
Hello, everyone. I am Mr.
I'll
Crow.
appreciate your reference.
Consequences.
Interrupting the spiel. Okay.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. I am Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow. And I will be playing Rome today. Ostensibly a hard Scrabble gunslinger type. In effect, team mom to the rest of these bozos.
I just
Team
heard that
mom,
you were a
team
space
mom,
cowboy
team
who
mom.
has who likes to be called mommy. That's what I heard.
This is the energy we're bringing tonight, huh?
Team mom.
The mom friend who lets the kids have guns.
Yep.
Yes.
Not only allows them to have guns, make sure that they have ammo for said guns. Like packs the lunchbox and puts a spare magazine in it.
Yeah.
The apocalypse prep mom.
You never know when you're going to need a spare. So.
Perfect. Yeah, I don't really have a good segue for Jenna. I was gonna say all the team and none of the mom. I don't know if that really works.
I'll go with it.
I don't know what that means.
Just say it a certain way and then wink, and then people will just think what they think.
Jenna, who's got all of the team and none of the mom.
There you go. You got it. You got it. All right. So I'll be playing Kevin. I'm Jenna, and I'm tonight I'll be Kevin. And Kevin likes to blow things up and MacGyver weapons from things and punish people when they do bad things. Bad things is a really loose.
Bad things is a spectrum.
Yeah. Punishing people who deserve punishment. According to
Exactly.
my own weird moral code. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Someone
Sometimes-
else.
Last but not least.
Yeah, someone else who also loves explosions. Me. Hello, I'm Charlie. And I'll be playing Reese Donapaz tonight, who they are also very mechanical and interested in machines and love the explosions and the bombs and everything big and crazy, and will absolutely support our robot overlords when they conduct their uprising, because that's the winning team. Craig.
All right.
Take us away.
I'm Craig, and I'm the chorus. So in Shadowlight and Persona, we refer to the game moderator as the chorus, very much in keeping with the theme of Persona being masks and Greek tragedy. I thought it felt appropriate to refer to the moderator who wears many different hats and plays many different NPCs as the chorus. So I'm going to be all of the nameless, faceless shock troopers and space tavern patrons and space bartenders and so on and so forth. So my first question to y'all is, our ship is called the Boom Tube. We established that before we started.
Boom tube.
Boom tube.
I'm imagining this thing looks like some horrific combination of like a NASA rocket and like the Firefly.
The
We're
mean,
gonna
it's
cowboy the
very-
shit out of this bebop.
I got that reference actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, how did y'all find out about this this top secret military vessel that you are standing on the inside of? How did you find out about it? How did you find out that it was out there adrift in space, and that it could potentially have some very valuable cargo on board?
I mean,
My
I could-
first.
I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say I could easily see Reese hacking into like some top secret organization. Just for
Gonna say-
fun.
Probably somebody I was beating the snot out of gave up the coordinates in like a panic while I was hitting them really hard.
So then why were you hitting them really hard?
They did something bad.
Did something bad. Okay, they did
Uh-huh.
so this person did something bad. You were
They
beating them
deserved
out.
it. He had it coming.
He had it coming.
All right, so
Chicago in space.
he had it coming.
Yes.
So
Go in Brooklyn or
you basically took this set of coordinates that you have no clue what's on the other end of them. I mean, you are just taking this guy at face value.
Mhm.
You could be flying into the middle of a black hole for all you know.
100%.
And so when you engage your Q-axis drive, your hyperspace faster than light drive, and follow these coordinates, you wind up basically staring down what looks like a derelict military destroyer left over from either the Authority or the Coalition, which were the two primary sides in the big war that pretty much ended everything, that left the galaxy in disarray. So getting closer to it, maybe Reese would want to do some type of initial scan to kind of get a lay of the land. So that would be for this for Reese would be operate. So you're gonna look at your operate skill, and your rating is the number of dice that you're gonna roll, and operate is going to be relevant to, I think, prowess for Reese.
Yeah, let's
PRO.
PRO, yeah. So plus
All of
30.
the abbreviations should be at the top, I believe. No, they're not in this case. I'm sorry.
They're
So
on
real quick,
reference.
CMP is competence, PRO is prowess, CNG is cunning, POW is power, KNO is knowledge, and STA is stature. Competence is your social stat, stature is your physical stat, knowledge is fairly self-explanatory. Prowess is training, like discipline and rigor. Cunning is wits, hand-eye coordination, and power is resolve, like strength of willpower, basically.
I'm dumb as a box of rocks.
Oh, well,
I thought you meant literally.
Same D's, my bro. Same D's, my bro.
I'm absolutely gonna call these by their abbreviations.
okay, that's fine.
No.
No,
Stop.
Yeah, no,
Pro.
stop, pow, canug, pro, come.
I guess I'll allow it.
Something
Okay.
falls out of the wait, we're in space. That the gravity. No. Ah,
Okay,
shit.
my highest D10 landed on a 5, plus 3 is an 8
All right,
for operate. In space.
operating space. Okay. This ship must be. Well, first of all, you can tell that it has power. You can see exterior running lights. It does appear to have been in some sort of a battle, but it does not have any significant damage to the exterior hull. But your attempt to scan, there must be some sort of either countermeasures on board or something like that. You are not able to scan any deeper onto the ship than the outer hull. Something is baffling your sensors.
Can I tell if it's got EM radiation going on? Leaking anywhere?
No leaks that you can tell. No. It does seem to be powered, and it does seem to be sort of stable, but definitely
It's not leaking.
It's not leaking.
So it's probably safe with that knowledge.
keep
It's
closer.
fine.
They've got good stuff on board, I know.
It's probably fine, you know.
So what do you do?
Just to
Get closer?
confirm,
Yes.
CMP, that's like the social
Yes,
one,
competence. Yes.
Right? Okay.
Come
So
out.
that's actually pretty high for me.
You're the
I'm-
face.
Yep. I'm gonna try to hail them.
Oh, that's smart. We were just gonna go rob them.
Just talk over there.
There is no response to your hail.
Ah,
Hmm.
that means it's
bored.
ours because we found it. Finders keepers.
They could be like knocked out or something.
They're probably all dead if we're honest. There was a whole war. I was there.
If they're
lot of
knocked out,
people
then they'll
die.
thank us for waking them up.
You're
Awesome.
gonna wake them up? I was just gonna take this shit.
Maybe.
We'll see what the situation's like, and go from there.
Okay.
All right,
There-
boss.
Is there like a clear port or access dock that we could connect to on this ship?
You want to dock with the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. So who's driving or who's piloting, I should say?
What skill was that?
I think
That would be command, so that might actually be
No,
me.
command is going to be more like you giving orders.
engage is the skill for drive
engage is the
pilot
skill for
craft.
drive.
I don't got that one, so
I
not
do.
it.
I have
That's
three.
Reese's.
Oh,
Okay.
last time Reese drove, it
Uh,
went great.
On my sheet, it says command is drive/pilot craft.
Okay, then that's a mistake. I apologize.
Oop, okay.
Command is intended to be that was a copy paste error. Command is basically how you would like, let's say you were facing down some crime thugs or something like that. You wanted to get them to drop your weapons. Like you would roll command to see if you could convince them to comply with you, basically.
Gotcha.
Um,
Well, I don't see the other skill you mentioned, so I guess.
So
I'm
the way
okay.
that skills work is that you can always attempt anything, and if you don't have it on your sheet, you would roll it one die.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you unlock a skill, then it starts at 2 and a dice, and then you can improve it
Okay.
and add additional dice to it. So
Gotcha.
I believe
I think
because engage is on Reese's sheet, that means that Reese is probably the best at flying.
Well, I think looking because I
probably
pulled
let
up the
Bruce
Roy
drive.
pre-gen, and I think what it is where Crow's character has command listed under skills, it's supposed to be engage because it's the same description on both sheets.
No, it was a copy paste error on like
Yeah,
command is like
'cause
giving orders.
command's a different one, and that's also mentioned elsewhere in the sheet. Yeah. So I think command is
Oh.
supposed to be there.
My bad.
I just
And
got
the
the wrong
description's just
rules
wrong?
reminder text.
Okay. Well, okay. I'll pilot.
So you won't actually have to roll because
Oh.
you're not being opposed. In this case, you're not. Well, there's nothing opposing you. So as you get closer, there is definitely there are docking bays. So the bay doors are closed. So if you want to get into one of the docking bays, you will have to figure out how to either open it or to cut your way into it.
So would that be to dock or after docking to get inside the ship?
Well, you would come up like hull to hull, and then if you're going to cut your way in, if you want to try and open the bay doors, then you would tell me how you're going to try and do that. If you basically, you could try to take control of the ship, and Reese, that would also probably be you. If you wanted to try and take control of the ship in order to open the bay doors, and then you get into the docking bay and you dock. That's one possibility. The other possibility is that you just cut a hole in the bay doors and you lower a docking tube and you board.
I would like to try and see if I can't like hack their systems and open the bay doors that way first.
Okay, so for that you're going to use it's because you don't have
would it be operate?
You can use your operate, sure.
Would sit rep help, or it's not technically information gathering? They're just doing an action.
Yeah, in this case,
Okay.
sit rep would not help.
Ooh.
I got a 9 total.
9 total. All
Rolled a
right.
6 plus 3.
All right, so you are able to find a frequency that controls the bay doors, and you are able to get one set of docking bay doors open.
That's
Once
all
you
we
get them,
need.
once you get the that's a very good point. Once you get the bay doors open, what you see on the inside is that there are emergency lights in place. So there may be power to the ship, but it's
like emergency reserves.
It's emergency
Yeah.
reserves. It's it's on the dark side, so there's no like big incandescent overhead lights. It's like everything is sort of dim and red.
Hacker voice. I'm in.
Aggressive keyboard noises.
We're in.
So you're able to dock the ship, and you're able to close the bay doors behind you. Once you get closer, one thing that you notice is that there are several crew members, or what might be considered former crew members, who are laid out unconscious, possibly on the deck of this particular landing bay.
Who's gonna check if they're deadsies?
I'll give them like a little Star Trek scan.
You were gonna say, I'm just gonna go poke them.
Well, in your case, actually, in your case, in the Ives, you actually should be able to do that without any. But you can just sort of, kind of, like, you could roll. Let's see, you could roll discern. Yeah.
I got so many dice in discern. I add my king. Oh my god. That's a lot. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's many dice.
Okay, so you're looking at the top. You're looking at the highest, and you're going to add your cunning to that.
12.
All right. Another thing to mention is if your top die is a 10 and you have additional natural 10s also, every additional natural 10 will earn you a critical. So you want to keep track of that.
Okay.
By default, criticals will let you, if you spend a critical, you get an automatic success. Some characters may have enhancements that say you can spend criticals to do something else. The breaker in particular has that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So, so Ives, you definitely can tell that the bodies that are lying on the deck of this particular landing bay are in fact dead.
Yeah, they're dead.
Deadsies. Just like I thought.
Nothing else we can do besides poke around their pockets for credits or stuff.
That's a very good point.
So these dead bodies appear to be wearing the crew member uniforms of the Authority. So this was the big galaxy spanning government. This was the tyrannical regime that tried to make everybody's lives terrible.
The Federation.
I feel like Kevin fought for them, but like was kind of forced into it, so he fucking hates them. So
Lived on one of the core planets and was like recruited,
yeah,
drafted.
Yeah.
Reese does not remember this, but they also were conscripted by the Authority.
yeah.
Coalition,
Dun, dun, dun.
baby.
So the other thing that I've noticed is about not only are they dead, but they are also bloody and like recently dead, and something may have tried to eat them.
That's not the least bit. That's not the least bit concerning at all.
I will relay this. They are recently dead, and it looked like something was trying to snack on them.
That's very comforting. Thanks.
Well, maybe we can get a pet.
I'm gonna take out my blaster just in case.
I don't. All right. Well, you know what?
I'm gonna name it Noodles.
Noodles. Okay.
Where did we find? Oh yeah. All right. Never mind.
Right, so so right now the only person that I know is outside of your ship is safely on the landing bay deck. Ives has come out of your ship, out of the boom tube, and in order to examine the bodies that are lying on the deck floor. What is everybody else doing?
Kevin has followed Ives.
Okay.
Rome is in the armory currently suiting up and grabbing spare weapons and ammo packs for everyone else because he knows this crew and they're gonna forget everything.
Did you bring us snacks, Ma? We need the snacks.
I'm grabbing my
just throws like a ration tube at your forehead.
I'm grabbing my system kit and hacker gear.
All right, sounds good. So is the ration tube like those things of like chicken that you give to the cats?
It's a Go-Gurt.
I'm imagining if you've ever seen like one of those like string cheese sticks, except that it's like a sci-fi thing where it's like every nutrient the body needs to like survive for a day.
Yum.
Perfect.
It's just like this gray rock texture that's just like it's an incredibly
it's a protein bar is what you're fucking telling me. It's a goddamn protein bar.
Pemmican, isn't that what they call it?
It's not the good kind either. It's one of those crappy bodybuilder ones. Not the like Cliff bars that are good, but like
that taste good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not one that tastes good. It's one that tastes like cardboard.
We're in the future where they gave up on food and they just supply you with nutrients.
Nobody self-soothes with food anymore, so
I think that's 100% a Rome thing. Just because he's like former military, it's like normal food is weird to him.
Oh, so you're passing out MREs? That's
basically
to a military dude? Oh, rude. That was rude.
Well, maybe we can earn some credits off of this and we can afford some actual food next time.
So, okay, so you're standing in a landing bay and okay. From here there are doorways. There are two of them. One that is directly in front of you and one that is to your right. And there are some other small craft that are on the deck as well. Nothing that will fit inside the boom tube, but they would be roughly about the same size, if not maybe a little bit smaller. So they might be like support craft or fighter craft.
Fighter craft, you say?
Yes.
Anything that looks like it might carry cargo?
Not in this particular landing bay, no.
All right. You know the drill. We're looking for cargo, Anything that can be moved by hand, anything that's going to require machinery, check and see how valuable it is. If it's not past the credit limit, we leave it. If it's past it, find the equipment, get it on the ship.
All right.
I
Scurries off
Captain.
like a goblin.
We stay in comm contact at all times. If
does
you
my
break
hack-
comm contact, I will find you and kill you myself if whatever found you first hasn't already.
I
He's
hack
so
into the audio
ornery all the
system. Will
time.
always be in comm contact.
Oh
Forget
no,
your
we're
spare
not in
clips.
comm contact. Oh, this is terrible.
Right. Anyways, Reese
In any
is
case,
voice
wait,
in my
wait,
head
wait,
anyways.
You have one. You have two doors, two doorways, two blast doors, if you will. One directly ahead of you, and one to your right.
I'm just going to be checking out like the safety situation with the doors. I don't know like how they open or whatever, but like I just like to like case the place for any potential threats or anything like that. And then I'll help loot bodies and shit, you know.
So the fact that the ship is running on emergency reserve power is concerning, but there is no, at least in this, in where you are right now, there is no obvious damage. There's no there's no machinery that might cause injury. There was no loose panels falling off the wall.
Yeah.
But the ship is definitely running on emergency reserve power, so that might lead you to believe that a generator has been disabled or destroyed, or something's been shut off from the interior of the ship. But there are no real like safety hazards that are immediately apparent.
Yeah, that's his number one, is just make sure that it's all safe and that we're not going to accidentally blow ourselves up somehow.
Because if you're going to blow yourselves up, it's going to be you that does it.
On purpose.
And I'll help.
It's shaking, babe.
Kevin's best friend is Reese, kind of, but like he doesn't really want to admit it, you know, like but like Reese is always there to be like the hype person for, you know, Kevin, so
Or any destruction, really.
Yeah.
any unhinged destruction.
We're gonna check the right door first.
Okay.
See if that leads to a cargo area.
So it's not that the doors are locked, but they are definitely disabled. Both in the case of both doors, they do not have enough power to them in order to use the control panel to open them.
Reese, can you hotwire this thing?
Maybe. I actually wanted to see if I could gain access to just the internal systems in general to see if I could figure out if it is a specific generator that's down, like where the power drain is coming from and like what machinery is struggling.
So there is a terminal that is in this landing bay, which you could use. So go ahead and roll operate again.
Well, I got a 10, so that's a 13.
So the power drain is coming from main engineering, the main fusion generator on board the ship. It appears to have been disabled. So it's basically the entire ship is running on backup batteries at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. And would like from doing this, would I kind of get an idea of the general layout of the ship? Like where?
Sure. So there are, let's see. You guys are on the deck that you are on is all it's not cargo per se, but it's all landing. So it's all there are 3 landing bays on either side of the ship. So you're on the port side. So there's three on the starboard side. Then there are 3 decks above that, and there is 1 deck below that.
Do we know where the engineering room is?
The engineering is the lowest deck.
So it would be below us.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta go down.
All right.
Makes sense.
Can I use engineering to like try to hotwire something to give the door enough power to open?
You can. Let's see. What are you gonna? You can do the hot wiring, but you need to provide it with a power source.
Oh, I thought you said there was a terminal in here that we could use.
I think
There
just
is a
that's just
terminal,
for
but-
accessing the system.
Oh, just for
It's just-
accessing the system? Okay. So there's nothing with power in here, so we can't.
What about the other machines?
And I feel like Rome just like points over his shoulder at our ship.
Oh, yeah, we could probably
We
do
can
that.
use the machines in here first. There are other vehicles.
Yeah, that's
Let's use
actually true.
theirs.
Like maybe we could use one of these fighter jets that we're not going to take, you know?
Their stuff first, so that way, if it's some kind of thing that schlups the power, we don't kill our own way out of here.
Yeah.
Right,
I
so
feel like-
you're gonna hot wire one of the fighter craft up
Yeah.
to the door. Okay. We'll
It
go
sounds like a good plan.
like
respect
Logic
it
is
happens.
possibly go wrong.
So go ahead and roll engineer.
All right.
No consequences whatsoever.
If there's no consequence, I'll never learn. So engineering, I got a 9.
Okay. What is your next highest? We tied.
Oh, next highest is actually a 4.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I shoot
so-
some stuff with the fighter. That's what
Well,
can
there
go
are
wrong.
no there are no critical failures. What you find is unfortunately whatever the generator is on the fighter craft is just not compatible with, you know, you're talking like 120 and 240 or something like that. Euro versus US.
Yeah.
You got the wrong plug, something along those lines.
We
it
need
just-
an adapter. We don't have the right adapter for this.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Spesh could jury rig an adapter.
Sure. So what do I need? Is that something that I can just do, or do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, just go ahead. No, you don't necessarily roll. It's something that you declare it.
Okay. Yeah, seeing that this is not working, I'll be like, give me a little sec. And I'll pull out like my tools and my
Alright.
kit and just start whipping something
So the
up.
way the jury rig works is that you assemble a device on the fly, and there are some rules about what it can be and what it can't be, but
Like, it can't be any larger than my size.
and you have plenty of raw materials on board. You're not cannibalizing anything, and it will remain operational for yeah. So, but I mean, in this case, if it meets all the criteria, so you jury rig an adapter, and you're running like extension cables like from one side of the deck all the way to this door, and Kevin plugs it in and blast doors open out to a corridor, more bathed in more red light, more emergency lighting. You see ahead of you maybe 3 or 4 more crew members that are on the ground, dead and messy.
We should check all the pockets before we get like too far into here. Like, Ives, did you check those guys' pockets?
Sure.
Anything good?
Key cards or what have you.
They would each have keys. Key cards works. Their access is probably limited to the areas that they work in. So in this case, it's all vehicle maintenance and supply. Maybe some small tools, or maybe like a multi-tool or something like that, but and a sidearm, so a blaster pistol, but nothing really outside that.
Take the blasters. We can always use more weapons.
Throw them all in a pile to scoop up
Oh
later.
yeah, none of us brought anything. We should probably pick those up.
Well, you can always
Well-
experiment on them later, you know? Like, we could make them an extra super blaster or something.
3
I
blasters.
can make super blasters out of things too. So you know.
It's like
Well, you tried
it's like
that
in
last
Space
month
Munchkin
and
where
you
you do
blew
a
up my
laser
favorite
maser
gun.
phaser.
Yes. Absolutely. That is what Reese names it.
So what I would like everybody to do right now is to roll discern for me.
Sure.
Okay.
Discern. Okay.
That is plus your cunning, your rating, whatever your rating is, discern plus your cunning.
Sweet. I got a 9 total.
7.
Math 12.
11 total.
These D10s aren't treating me right. I'm gonna use these ones next time.
Not bad for my first roll.
All right. So Reese, I'm sorry. We'll just go in order. According to my my layout here. So Reese, what did you get?
9.
9. Rome.
That's going to be an 11.
Okay, what's your next highest?
My next highest would be an 8.
Okay. Kevin.
7.
7. And Ives.
12.
Of
12.
Oh, 12.
Yeah, 12.
Oh, the audio broke real. All I thought was the second syllable.
Oh, it would help if I turned my microphone so I'm actually talking into it.
That works.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That helps. That's fine.
So the corridor banks right at the end, and Crow, you swear that you saw a shadow move.
I am going to draw one of my pistols, and I'm gonna bark down the hallway. Halt.
What? Like, right here.
We're not really going anywhere.
Rome does this. Rome draws a pistol, whereas the rest of you are just sort of like, Kevin is
Lollygagging.
yeah, and
Actually, I would say that right now he's actually trying to he's using his improvised munitions, and he's trying to like create a super blaster with the other guy's blaster. Their blasters. So
you are very quickly modifying. Yep, just
a blaster to be like an extra blaster,
A mega blaster.
So I believe.
So when I start blasting, they know I mean it.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and you can. That's another thing that you can declare. So you can. So you're going to do your mega blaster, which will let you inflict 2 hits instead of 1 when you use blast. Okay.
Yep.
So you slap that together real quick. The quickness with which you slapped it together is kind of unnerving to the rest of your squad.
Unnerving, but expected.
I'm probably just starry-eyed.
Those
Like
people who can put together like a sniper rifle, like blindfolded, and like
it's probably not unnerving.
it's like that.
Or maybe there was a time when it wasn't unnerving. Now it's just, that's just Kevin.
Yeah, that's
just Kevin.
Kevin doing
he
Kevin.
likes it. He likes people to know he means it when he blasts them.
I feel like Rome was the one to bring this team together. I feel like he's the one most used to Kevin just being like, here's this bomb I made in 30 seconds flat.
I just like, hand him an explosive and I'm like,
Reese
here,
just thinks that's
throw this
cool
real
as
hard
shit.
at the face. They'll never bother you again.
I'm just imagining like a sales campaign, like mega blaster. So when you blast, they know you mean it.
Someday we'll go into marketing when the commerce is better.
Okay, when Rome shouts halt, everybody hears and all of a sudden you see it. Rome saw one shadow move, but one seems to have either multiplied or they were overlapping. All of a sudden, running down the hall are vaguely humanoid shapes. You see what looks like might have been the remains of crew uniforms, but they are definitely no longer human. They are moving very quickly, and they appear to be sort of feral. And they're
We got
running
another
for-
case. We got another case of the space pox.
I was just, are those motherfucking space zombies?
motherfucking space zombies.
Is that what we're fucking dealing with here?
That is what we're fucking dealing with here. Yes.
The zombies.
Jesus Christ.
Zombies.
zombies.
Yeah.
It's called
So-
target practice. Open fire.
So I started
So-
blasting.
So really, I mean, your Kevin's predilection for building the Mega Blaster was actually very well timed, because Rome pulls his and it's like, "Hey, halt!" And it's like, and they're 28 days later rage zombies. Space.
Oh fuck that! They're fast.
No.
So
Blast.
Not like fast zombies.
so we will start with Rome.
All right. Well, I've got Gunslinger. But I
Okay.
think I don't know if there's like an action system to combat
So
here.
your default for actions is an action and a move. Your sheets should tell you if you have, and I don't think anybody does at this stage. These are kind of, like I said, these are entry level characters, so
Mhm,
nobody has additional actions.
mhm,
Don't think so.
But I
mhm.
believe the Roy. Let me just double check the Gunslinger real quick. So you can basically follow up. So if your first shot hits, you can use your second highest die and treat that like a second challenge. So that's what a follow up.
Gotcha.
That's how follow up works. But you have to succeed on the first one, so you don't get two independent actions.
All right.
Action surge.
Well, I will try to blast here because this would be a blast. Yeah.
Yes.
Here we go.
And blast him.
I
There.
started blasting.
Okay. All right. So that's gonna be an 11 on the top one here.
All right.
And then I don't know if that's gonna do it, but the next one down would be an 8.
All right. You attempt to shoot, and this thing just it's got kind of a preternatural, just sort of, and it dodges.
That's not ideal.
Next to go is Kevin.
All right. Kevin, so I started blasting him.
Mhm.
Lines up a shot. What do we got here? All right. So that is 11. And it's 2 hits, right? If it hits.
What's your next highest?
10.
All right, that does hit, and that does do 2 hits. So you're kapow on one of them, and it goes down.
Yeah, I feel like he uses Roy's shoulder just to be annoying, to like line up his shot, like steady his shot, like so he's standing behind Roy. Just like
Like, you son of a bitch.
That's why I missed, isn't it? Like, yeah, it was dodging, but he was just like, "Oh, this is a spot to rest."
That's how you do it.
Throws off your aim. You need more target practice.
All right, next to go is Ives.
I'm also gonna blast. They're not close enough for me for close quarters to take an effect. and that's perfectly
Not
fine
yet.
with
No,
me.
they will be next round.
That is 3 dice. 3. Oh, that's pretty good. 11.
All right, that's a hit. You inflict a hit on the next one.
Good one. I feel like we fist bump. Like
Hiding behind Rome and taking pot shots. Is Rome any bigger than us? Probably not.
Now,
No, I actually think he's actually a little bit smaller
The
than
smallest
Kevin.
one.
Like,
I feel like Kevin is definitely the biggest of the four.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's a brute.
Reese is
Rome's
probably
Right.
the
in
smallest.
charge.
So Reese, your
Yeah.
turn.
Can I discern to see if there are any things in this hallway that we can use to do like attack them all at once?
You actually,
Or is there something else?
there might be something else. Let me. Oh, there we go. What are you better at? Are you better at discern or are you better at prepare?
I am better at prepare. I have a
So,
higher modifier.
if you wanted to, you could say that you're using your turn to identify that you might be able to take advantage of the environment somehow and then make something work against all of them next round.
Okay. Sure.
So what there is there is most of the time your experience with ships is that there is duct work and mechanisms behind the deck plating that you could either shoot out deck plating above them and have that fall on top of them. But yeah, so you can make that roll next round and you can use your prepare.
Okay. So I need to roll?
You're not going to roll right now. You're taking the turn to prepare and you'll make the roll next round.
Okay.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, it's my turn. Spombies.
Zombies.
All right. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Kevin took out 1, so there are 5 remaining. The corridor is wide wide enough for them to come 2 at a time. So 1 is going to run up to close with Rome. 1 is going to run up to close with Kevin.
All right. That's
So
fair.
I mean their skin is this like mottled gray. It looks like their veins are distended in blue coming up out of their skin. Their eyes are glazed over this like hazy, like cataract type. Their faces are just covered in like the blood, and they have just been chewing and tearing, and fingers are covered in blood. Chunks of flesh, and so we'll start with Rome. One of them, the one that Ives took a shot at is going to be the one that's on Rome. So that one is going to attack you. So you were going to want to roll defend.
Bend. Yeah, there it is. Huh. Okay. So defend is plus stature. So that's gonna be a 12.
All right. Well, this thing just runs right up to you, jumps on top of. Runs and closes with you, and it just immediately tries to grab you, and at the same time, and you are able to get out of the way.
I feel like I sort of predict that it's about to like pounce a bit, and I just sort of like go low and just like plant a boot into this thing's solar plexus and just like keep it at essentially legs length for a second.
All right, yeah. So you're sort of you're keeping it. Okay, gotcha. All right, so the one on Kevin, same thing. You're going to roll defend.
Yeah, so that is a 10.
Total.
Yes.
All right. Okay. It gets you, and it inflicts a hit. It gets in there, and it goes to gnaw on your shoulder.
Motherfucking zombies, space zombies.
And I mean, they're all of them are up there, but only the ones in front are the only ones that are able to attack. So we are back around to Kevin.
So he's gonna take his blaster and he's gonna line up from this guy's head to like he's just gonna like swerve. I assume it's still like biting into his shoulder. And he's just gonna like take his blaster and just kind of like shift himself in the zombie so that he's gonna like go right through this one's head to try to hit another one's head.
Okay.
Just 2 for 1.
So then if you hit, do you want to, because you can, the one that attacked you is fresh. So do you want to, deal both of your hits to the same one and take one out completely?
Let me actually, so no, I'll like aim for the one that I've started that's like halfway dead. And then I'll deal with this schmuck over here. You know.
So then you basically have 2 pulses. So you have the ability to it's either going to be if you miss on the one that Ives hit, you'll miss altogether.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll.
All right. So that is actually a critical, and I believe it's a +3 for my blast.
So you got 2 natural 10s.
Oh, so 2 natural 10s is a critical. No, I just got 1 natural 10.
Okay. So what's
so then it's 13.
13. All right. That will do it. So now the one that I've shot is toast.
All right. Did I get this 1 hit on the guy that I was?
No, but basically, actually, you know what? That would make sense because
because I was using this super
the one that I
blaster,
shot goes down, and so then that one will follow.
I just figured I was like splitting the 2 damage from the super blaster. Yeah.
Okay, so
I just wanted to be cool. That's all, and difficult.
It makes sense in the fiction that the way that you describe your action, that especially given the fact that the one that I've shot was already injured, that you lined it up in such a way that you got both of them.
Yeah.
So I think that puts Crow next.
All right. We'll see if I can't return the favor for Kevin just shooting that zombie off of me. I will try to plug the one on him in the back of the head. Okay. That is... Blast is... Yeah, it's going to be a total of 12.
All right. Now you can follow that up. What's your next highest?
My next highest is a 10 total.
All right. So you do boom, boom, and that one goes down.
Just like stick a blaster right to the back of its head and just poof.
Yeah. Double tap. Well, more like akimbo, more like a John Woo style, like one shot per. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So that leaves 3. That leaves the 3 in the back. So we are up to Ives.
It's me. I'm gonna shoot 3 in the back. It's a good system that we got going on. It would be a shame to change it. Oh wait, no, that's not a 0. That's a 10. Like, oh no, I rolled a 0.
Oh shit!
Dice work, Maria. That's a total
I rolled a 0.
That's a total of 13. Gonna need some more tea.
We're new to RPG. We need that new.
I'm sorry. So what was your total?
13.
13. Okay. You get a hit in on one, and you can get a hit in on the one that Rome damaged, and so that takes that one out. All right. So Reese has been hanging back, and your squaddies have thinned the herd a little bit, but there still are two, and your master plan could still could come in very handy at this point.
Could take them both out. Try to.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is you are you're firing at the ceiling plating, and you're going to have that come down on top of them before they have a chance to close ranks. So go ahead and roll that prepare.
Okay, that's a 12 total.
That will do it. So you kind of like strafe, kind of like almost like suppression fire, like across the ceiling plating, and it all comes crashing down on both, and they're far enough away that it doesn't affect the rest of your squad, and they are toast, and the imminent danger is for now averted.
I feel like there's a split second where Rome sees me pointing at the ceiling and is like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That's how we shoot.
Again, maybe at the beginning of this squad being together, I feel like at this point Rome's just like, oh, he's got an idea of some kind, and then he just shoots the ceiling, and it's like, oh, okay.
Maybe we should take a moment before we go any further. I'm gonna tourniquet this, because I don't know what kind of fucking. Did they like break skin on me? Probably. I don't know.
They did not break skin on you. No.
Oh, okay. Well, then
if you had suffered shock, then they would have broken.
It probably is fine.
You're not gonna get the space box.
You gotta keep marking your armor.
It was probably more of like a headbutt than anything else. Like it was.
All right. Okay.
It did not break skin though.
Or it was like chewing on my suit or whatever.
Suit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. As long as he didn't get through, it's probably fine. We probably should bend this suit after, though, just in case. I got a few spares, though.
I think we're gonna need a whole detox after this.
Yeah.
I feel like Rome is like kneeled down next to the one that he like blew the head off of and is like looking over the body.
Yeah, we've all got like blood splattered all over us and
All
shit.
over
We're like
from the explosion.
You're fine, and then I was behind all of you, so I'm clean, and I just like walk past and like walk
Kevin's
over
big,
the
so you
collapsed
probably
ceiling
were
on the
just, like,
bodies.
behind. Kevin's actually gonna look around for anything that he can make some like grenade type things with my improvised munitions again. So
Bombs.
yeah.
I mean, you can strip their sidearms, and you could rig the power cells to be.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
He figures a couple of things that can like you can throw at a horde of them might be helpful in this situation.
That's fair.
It's space C4.
Yeah.
It's space what?
Space C4.
Yes.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Space
Detonate.
grenades. Yes.
All right. So, what do you want to do? So I mean, you've seen what they look like, and you've seen that they're awful. And are you just going to step over them and continue exploring, or what are your thoughts?
I think we should probably set the whole place on fire after we're done. Like, just blow this whole fucking thing into just to be safe.
We could probably rig the fusion cell to explode.
We should blow it up.
I like how you think
when we're done.
sometimes.
When we're done,
Brilliant.
we should do that.
Yeah. No, let's
Yeah, when we're
scrap
done.
some stuff.
Let's finish.
Maybe
this
we
place out.
split into like teams of like, so we got people that are ready to like throw explosives and blast at things.
Oh, you want to split the party?
No, like in the same room, like we've got people that are like
Team Blast and Team Fast.
watching and looting. We got team loot and we got team blast. It's team blast and team loot.
All right. So this corridor gets to the end, makes a very brief right-hand turn, and you get to a bank of turbolifts, of elevators.
Well, no, we know now.
Yeah, we gotta go down, don't we?
Engineering's down.
I don't know if we want the
Yes,
doors
the
on.
fusion
I don't-
reactor is on the engineering section with the engineering deck which is down.
I do believe that they probably disarmed the doors for a reason.
I think it might be wise if we keep as many of these things contained as possible.
That on the other side of things, if somebody was in the engineering room and did do that, they might still be in the engineering room and not be impacted.
Reese, where was the cargo area?
Cargo is 2 decks up.
Innocents that could just still be alive.
Cargo what? Explosives, no.
Explosives, yes.
Explosives, yes.
Up 2 floors.
Right. I'm assuming since the power is basically out, these turbo lifts are not going to just open if we press the button.
Correct.
I don't
Kevin.
know about you, but I don't want to be caught with my pants down climbing up a turbo lift shaft. I don't know. But I also don't want the zombies. I don't know how smart they are. They could know how to push a button for an elevator. You never know. I've never met space zombies before.
I don't suppose we would know if there's stairs.
No. There are crawl spaces within the turbo lift shafts, but there are no stairs. No.
Sounds dangerous.
Sounds like something we might need a flamethrower for, just in case there's things crawling around in the shaft, you know. Do we have a flamethrower somewhere?
Reese want to improvise the jury rig a flamethrower?
Yes.
Looks
no.
at Reese and is like, could you create some sort of flamethrower? I really feel like that's what we need here in this situation.
Yeah, I'll jury rig a
Blends it with fire type of shit, you
flamethrower.
know?
Yeah, that's well within the restrictions, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not using your power adapter anymore, so you can basically junk that and you can replace it with the flamethrower.
Cool.
Why does some part of me want you to make this thing out of like a fire extinguisher?
It's an anti-fire extinguisher.
It's a fire starter.
Opposite of that. This is how it all started when we got kicked out of Space France.
It's a fire extinguisher.
So are you going to try and get the turbo lift doors open so that you can access the crawl spaces?
Yes, I was about to say to Kevin to get him open.
Okay.
All right. Move aside. And I'll just, I don't know. He's strong. That's what I'm doing. Strong stuff.
You're just gonna heft them open?
I'm just gonna muscle that shit right open. With heft, right?
Heft. Yep.
It's a 10.
Yeah, it's close. It's tough. They are definitely you're fighting against machinery to try and that operates them automatically, but you're able to get them open enough that everybody can squeeze through.
Yeah, I was gonna say otherwise he could find something with leverage to try to like crowbar it, you know.
I mean, he has leverage.
Yeah, big muscles.
He has lev and
stacked. He eats so many of those power bar things. So many.
Reese is just providing moral support.
Ives, when we're ready here, you'll be headed in. Reese, how's that thrower working?
It's good to go.
Who's gonna hold the flame thrower?
Toss it to Ives.
Ready to ready to throw flame.
Perfect.
Toss it to Ives and say, you'll be leading the charge.
Sure.
And if I can here, I would like to try and trigger squad leader. By basically giving a exact briefing of what we're doing here, and to ensure that we'll be coming out of this alive and much better off than when we came in.
Alive.
If there's some sort of piping or something that's long that I can grab that I can take in there with us, he just figures, like if something comes, he can like try to like keep it away, like hold it back with like,
I mean, you could just fuck up, something.
whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Rip open a wall. You could rip open a wall.
He just rips open a wall and he's like, "Oh, look, here's the thing."
I
Nah,
feel like
perfect.
Rome is giving everyone assignments, and Reese is just like, and I remember the bomb.
Perfect.
So
I will give Reese the grenades if you want to hold on to the grenades.
I have the
Not
power.
for use in the enclosed space.
Yeah, probably don't do those while we're in the crawl space. That's what the flamethrower's for.
So basically, what Rome is doing is Rome is giving you kind of guys a pep talk, a stirring speech, and so if you spend your action assisting somebody, then you give them typically when you try to help somebody, you give them 1 die on their action. Since you're using your squad leader enhancement, you would give them 2 dice, and it can be completely independent of whatever action they're attempting.
Gotcha.
So you're just gonna kind of hold that in reserve, basically.
Okay. Cool.
So
in that case,
all right.
I'll be right behind Ives to provide that leadership.
So the door to the turbo lift is open. You can see the crawl space access. So you can either go down to the engineering deck or you can go up. Reese established that 2 decks up was where the cargo area was.
Up we go.
All right.
Don't forget, you have the flamethrower.
I have a flamethrower.
So when you get to the next deck is where the engineering deck is where the power generator is. The next deck up from the landing bays is all of the mechanisms involved in propulsion. So it's your engine nacelles basically. And when you get to that turbo lift door is partially open, and something is going to try and take a swipe at you, Ives, on the other side of that door.
Heads up.
Go ahead.
That.
Defend.
Oh shit.
3
dice.
Can I assist on this, or is this something that's not?
So your squad leader speech can basically be the assist. So you can give Ives 2 extra dice on that defend.
Take some dice.
I'm gonna take some dice. They're not any better than the other dice I rolled.
Oh dear.
I add a 2 for a total of 10.
Total of 10.
Yes.
What's your next highest?
It would be 7 plus 2 is 9.
Okay. It was close. It was close. That hand just tried to reach through the turbo lift door and grab you, but you caught it in time, and with Rome's inspiring words, you're keeping your awareness and your wits about you, and you oh crap.
Just gonna scream.
Now, are you going to stop and flamethrow, or are you going to try and scramble up the crawl space, the access to continue further up to the next?
I'll flamethrow it. I feel like it's gonna be a problem if we just leave it there.
All right. Go ahead and roll blast. It's the closest thing.
I'll just throw that die on the floor. It's fine. I don't need it.
It's fine.
Oh, it wouldn't be an RPG session if there weren't dice on the floor.
Okay, cool.
I found dice that were worth money.
11.
11. All right. You light it up, but it doesn't exactly dodge, but it doesn't seem like you damaged it. So maybe it was not powerful enough to inflict injury upon it. Maybe something about its zombie nature.
Flame resistant.
That is quite terrifying. if they're
Everybody
flame
below
resistance.
hears a scream and then the flamethrower going. And then another scream. It's not very effective.
So Rome, you're right behind Ives. What do you do?
I'm sorry, remind me of Ives's pronouns again?
He, him.
Thank you. Couldn't remember. I'll grab him by the ankle and like yank him back down from the door, as with the other hand I'll sort of like try to point around him and shoot the hand that's coming through the door.
Okay, there is a chance that you could cause Ives to fall.
Yeah, because we're like climbing up.
We're climbing up. You're gonna like.
Yeah, just letting you know. I mean, you're welcome to do it, but
What's the worst that could happen? I could probably catch myself.
Probably.
It's not that far of a drop, right?
Fine.
I'm pretty cutting.
Rome knows what's going to happen if you drop. He does not know what's going to happen if this thing severely hurts you. So
yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Anarchy.
The zombie Ives. The
um,
zombies.
go ahead. Just because you don't have any sort of you don't have heft the way that Kevin does. So Rome, just roll one die and add stature to see if you're able to yank Ives out of the way. And you feel Rome's hand, Ives, grab your ankle. Do you want to let Rome do his thing, or are you going to try and stop him?
I don't want to get eaten by that thing, so I will let Rome just yank.
All right, well then in that case, there's really no challenge. So okay, so basically,
It's
Rome,
probably much safer the other way.
You grab Ives's ankle, and yank, and now you're kind of both on top of each other.
Turning into space cowboy.
Space Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain.
Space back mountain.
Oh, that's much easier.
oh boy.
All right, you fellas. Kevin's just get the fuck out of there. Let me just do it.
Right.
So, Kevin, are you going to climb over them?
Over the pile.
It's just turning into a disaster.
Ives in Rome, and he's gonna use that big stick thing that he yanked out of the wall, and he's just gonna I want to use the shockwave ability, and so well, wait, this might be a reaction. Never mind. But I probably
there really isn't no such thing. So
okay,
you have your big object.
Yep.
And so go ahead and roll heft.
Yep. All right. So that one is 11.
All right. So what this will allow basically is that thing is battering ineffectually against your big fuck off object. And that will allow everyone to basically continue climbing up past you while you hold it off.
Yeah. We're gonna get cozy in here, fellas and Breeze.
Nothing new.
Just climb over me. It's fine. I'll just hold it off, and then when we're done, I'll smash this guy's head in or blast his head in, whatever we gotta do.
I feel like then Rome pushes Ives back up. Move it, soldier.
All right, so Ives, Rome, Reese, you're going to crawl over top of Kevin, and you're going to make it to the cargo deck.
Yes.
And Kevin, that just leaves you and Zombie.
Oh
Kevin,
yeah,
you're the
me and
friend.
Zombie. All right,
You and
all right.
Zombie Kevin. Yep.
I'm gonna hold him off with one, and then I'm gonna try to blast him with the other. Just
All right.
like one of his big arms is holding him off with this fuck off like stick that everybody was probably like, what the fuck are you doing, grabbing shit out of the wall? But he's like, this is why you bring a big stick. This is it.
Roma's
is what we're doing
100%
this for.
It's like
stop
those
questioning
TikTok videos
shit
of the
like
little
this.
like the dachshunds or the
Yeah.
the with the giant like tree limb in its mouth.
Yes.
I got a stick in.
All right, so that is a 12.
That was absolute dog shit. Yeah. That thing is fucking dead.
Got him. I don't know if there's.
You will have to drop the big stick though, because you won't be able to continue.
I was gonna say, can I like bust it to like kind of like, I don't know, patch this, because I really don't want any more zombies coming back up.
Oh, okay, yeah, you could wedge it into.
Yeah, like
yeah, there you go.
Kind of like create a bar. That way, I don't have to worry about the fuck off stick anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But it at least serves a purpose of keeping the zombies from getting in that hole.
Totally serves a purpose.
Yeah.
All right, so you're up on the cargo deck, and Kevin, you're gonna have to heft that turbo lift door open again.
Yeah. Kevin's just gonna muscle it open, or attempt to muscle it open. I don't know if we'll actually muscle it open, but we'll see.
Good luck.
Can I still apply squad leader here? Like, how long does that last?
It's basically so. Oh, come on. It's one. So we can say that basically this whole sequence of you getting up to the, what do you call it, is an encounter. So you would be able to use it after. So
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's once per like scene chunk.
Yeah, scene encounter. Yes, basically. Your scenes are what happens when there's really no dice rolling going on, and then you escalate up from there. So like if people start shouting at each other and calling their mom bad names, it becomes a non-violent encounter. And then if you start punching each other because you're calling each other's moms bad names, then it's a violent encounter.
That was the great Yo Mama fight of
yes.
at the Space Waffle House.
Right.
Of year 5105.
It's when somebody turned a Yo Mama fight into a gunfight.
Yeah.
That somehow escalated into like a full multi-system conflict.
My mom is a nice lady.
Yeah, Waffle House versus IHOP.
Yeah.
The space mayor of Space Waffle House called the space magistrate of the space IHOP's mom a no good dirty hoe, and yep,
it was the breakfast fight club of this millennia.
Yeah,
But neither of them realized that both of them had started religions around their mothers,
and they faced off.
And they're both named Martha.
We've made that joke on here before.
And they faced off in the Doug Dimmadome Megadome.
Don't we just come up with the most lovely lore?
Oh yeah, hey, works for me.
We're unhinged as fuck.
This is y'all's group, so whatever happens in this group stays in this group as far as the lore is concerned.
And it's on the internet forever.
Yep.
All right, so cargo deck. This is both cargo and crew quarters, and you're finding more evidence of. It seems like some crew members were not turned into zombies. They were either turned into zombies or they were eaten to death. So you find more that were eaten to death in the corridor that runs down the length of this cargo/quarter deck.
That's all right. So maybe there's a genetic component, or they were exposed to some sort of something.
They're just eating so fast before they could turn.
They got the brains before they could.
Reese, it seems like it would be a good idea to Reese to use a hand scanner and maybe do some further investigating with operate.
Yeah, these things aren't gonna rise from the dead in a minute, are they?
Ooh, that is a 13.
Are you asking me?
No, Reese. Asking Reese.
I'm sorry, what'd you get?
A 13.
Okay. There is one doorway along this corridor that is electronically shielded.
I want to know what's in there.
So you're gonna have to hack that open.
Every fucking time.
Yes.
All right. I want to find another big fuck off stick, just in case.
Okay. You're just ripping wall like bulkhead open.
Yeah, yep. Just finding fuck off sticks. You know, if the zombies come and it's just Heaven, he might just like pretend to be one of them. Just like see if it works.
As they're doing this, is there like signage on this ship that like would point to where the cargo bays might be?
So there are every door on this deck is labeled. So there are some doors that lead to cargo bays, and there are some doors that lead to crew quarters.
Okay, we're not opening the crew quarter ones because I feel like that's just going to be opening up a
Open it
packet
up
of
a
trouble.
crack. Let me toss a grenade inside and then shut the door.
Flame throw them bitches. No, wait.
That wasn't very effective.
Yeah, but
That
you
was
know
more
what this
scary
is
than anything
effective on
else.
is corpses, so they don't rise again.
That's true.
What is the door that's electronically shielded labeled as?
It's not labeled.
That's not suspicious at all.
Okay, yeah,
It
hack
could
it.
be anything.
Let me in.
It could also be a horde of zombies, so you know, I feel like this is a kind of a crapshoot here.
Okay.
Kevin?
Are we hacking that door there, Reese?
Yes.
Are you gonna release the zombie plague onto out of space? Is that what we're doing today?
I'll blow it up before it gets that far. Don't worry.
All right. Well, as long as we have an explosive plan to keep this contained to never ever leave this ship, or whatever the fuck shit is.
I got a 12.
Yeah, that wasn't good enough.
Oh.
You're
Somebody's like anti-hacking you from the other side. Like, fuck them zombies. They're learning to hack. Can you tap into that comm system? I don't even know.
You don't get the impression that it's that there's somebody actively preventing, like stopping you.
Just
Oh,
like
it's just
hard.
hella encrypted.
They
It's
just got
just
a
how I
mad
put it.
firewall.
That firewall, that great wall of fire.
fucking firewall.
Fucking
Is-
firewalls every goddamn time.
Is this something that could be a door that could be forced open?
Oh yeah.
Kevin.
All right. Let's fucking hope that this is not going to be a problem. There's beds and shit, right?
Since when has anything I've done been a problem?
So are we indicating then that we're gonna have Kevin have the door open?
Yeah, but I would like to
Yeah.
have like a bed like stood up just in case we do have a fuck off issue with like all the zombies being behind there, so that he can just like shove that.
Are you going to go into a crew quarters area and get a bed to do that?
Yeah, we'd have to go into crew quarters.
We are not, because we're not opening the crew quarters.
Is there any? Well, what were the
You
dead
just
guys?
ripped open a bulkhead. I feel like.
Oh,
there's
you
a
want to just
hammer.
grab a corpse?
Yeah, just like anything that could like fit in the doorway, like just as like a barricade in case there's anything problematic behind there.
I mean, you could rip off a section of bulkhead and
Fuck
do
yeah.
that.
Yes,
Okay.
that's fine. I'm just looking for something to like, if I need to quick like, oh, that was a fucking mistake.
All
At
right,
least
so
until
you still
somebody
need
can
to-
figure
you
out a
still
better
need to try and
solution.
muscle the door open.
Yeah, I will muscle the door open. All right.
And I will help here, but not through squad leader. I'm just gonna like
Just helping.
chip in
Physically
with my
help.
own strength.
So is that an extra die? Is that what that is?
It's one extra die, yes.
One extra die. We'll roll one extra die.
I am here to help.
Fishy die. What are you gonna give me, fishy die? That was actually pretty good. That one's pretty good. So 12.
Okay. First of all, that door is hard as fuck.
This fucking door is hard as fuck.
And now I need you to also roll defend.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
fuck! I knew there was zombie hordes behind there.
Should I also roll defend? Because I was
You should
also
also roll defend as
Okay.
well.
Oh, fuck. I knew it.
Here we go.
13 for me.
Defend +2. It's gonna be an 11 for me.
Okay. Kevin, you're fine. Rome, you are going to take 2 hits as when you touch the door.
Oh, you gotta watch out for the electricity, man.
Reese, are you sure you can't hack this thing?
Did you just get the shaka? Yeah.
So they got electrocuted and didn't get it open, right?
Correct.
I think I stepped back fast enough that I didn't get electrocuted. Like he was like, "Oh fuck!"
I feel like maybe you like wear heavy duty gloves, man.
Yeah,
Rome's
yeah.
Got, like,
Well,
the
he's an
cool gunslinger
ordnance
fingerless things.
Yeah, he's an ordnance specialist, so he's probably
I mean,
always doing engineering shit.
Reese, you can try and hack again. There's nothing keeping you from hacking again.
Well, my other question was, because there are like ductways going through the ship, right?
Yes.
Can I get into a ductway and like follow that into the room?
You can try.
Smarter, not harder. Make sure you bring a fuck off stick, though. It's really important.
I got a fuck off grenade.
This is Kevin's emotional support fuck off stick.
Again, we do not use explosives in enclosed spaces.
That's Reese's emotional support explosive.
Okay. So, Reese, you feel like somebody could like hoist you up into basically the deck plating in the ceiling. If you'd have to get somebody to pull that away and then hoist you up, and you might be able to get into the room. Now, if there is as many countermeasures on this door as there are that you have discovered, it stands to reason to Reese that there might be countermeasures in other areas as well. Just putting that
Like
out.
the ducks.
Okay.
Gonna get cheese grated like that one terrible.
You know,
Resident
I feel
Evil
like
movie.
they might be keeping the zombie plague in there.
I'll
If
just
the security is like,
Yeah,
try
maybe.
and hack it again from out here.
maybe this was intentional. This was an intentional attack on things, you know?
Okay, this was much better. I got a 13.
All right. Well, maybe triggering the electrical discharge was in your favor, because this time you do manage to hack the door successfully.
It drained the extra power reserves.
So, door opens. Inside is a clean room. Everything is. There's a distinctive tang of static electricity in the air. Everything is stainless steel. Everything is white, sort of like a Duraplast polymer that is antimicrobial. It is definitely some sort of like secret research lab.
Spooky.
Bioweapons research. Shit.
You remember when I said the zombie plague's behind there? Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking zombie plague is behind there.
And they fucking let it out somehow. Fucking idiots. That's why you don't fuck around with zombie plagues.
Ives, you've got medical knowledge, right?
Sure. You want me to have medical knowledge?
How
I can have
many
medical
credits you got? I'll be a doctor.
While I think of it, are we in need of a break?
Yeah, I think that'd be
Yeah,
good.
it's a good time.
Good point.
It's a good time.
I gotta
So
refill
yeah,
my
that's
kettle
good.
anyway.
That's a good commercial break. The door opens, you look inside the clean room, you're like, oh shit, bio research commercial.
Yeah.
Slam the electric door back shut.
Close the
Yeah.
door.
So we'll be back here in a few minutes.
Hey, this might come out as total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something. 'Cause I feel alone in a room, surrounded by people. I wanna know if you're feeling it too. Out on the roof, here with you, it all seems so distant. With you, under street lights, right next to the skyline. With you, yeah, you. I've been listening to so many of my days. Now you just my makeup believer out of me. 'Cause you look so pretty in the sunrise, and somehow now everything is alright. I feel like every word is so translucent, so real. Oh, won't you tell me how you do it? Now I'm high, but the buzz in the room, surrounded by people. I couldn't care, yeah, but nobody but you. Sway with me now, baby, dance, give into the moment. With you, under street lights, right next to the skyline. With you.
I think I've got an answer right away here, so I'll
It's a
go
cowboy.
first.
Lizard cowboy.
Texarkana cosplay.
Rude.
That's Crow. He's annoyed with us for ruining the surprise.
Son of a. I mean, you could have predicted it, but like, come on, man. Try to
Not
be
on your
anyway.
plate. It's hard to make friends when you're keeping a secret, like your identity. I get that. That's why I probably fell for all the girls. It was nice to have somebody else who was just in it. I didn't have to tell them that, oh yeah, by the way, I might never die or age, or could be some sort of weird science experiment. And I can punch things real hard. And also,
I mean, in all fairness, if you're a science experiment, I think that just turns Cynthia on.
it's fair. That's fair.
Out in the
Is
living
that-
room, Eugene chokes.
Rex?
Yeah. Good news. I'm not dead.
That is good news, yes.
We didn't get in a fight. I picked up Henry, and then we found her mom, and then she stood up to her and set boundaries, and it was good. It was very,
And
very good.
Iron Maiden respected those boundaries?
No, absolutely not. She's an asshole.
Okay.
She
Glad
did-
you're okay.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't start a fight with me. Maybe having Henry there made. Well, I did promise Henry I wouldn't punch her mom first.
I appreciate that.
I wasn't gonna. Well, I don't really want to start fights. I don't know if I've actually ever started a fight, except for the time I started a fight with a wall at the hairspray factory, or that time I broke reality. But that's not really fighting people. That's like objects. Whatever. It's philosophical things. It's late. I don't know. I've got.
I feel like shortly after Liz leaves, Janet comes back into the garage, like locks eyes with Parker. We're stealing mail. Get dressed.
God damn it, Janet. Cut to black.
Oh my god. Okay. This will not go horribly wrong. Okay. Oh, with that,
Well, can I really quick? Because this is fast. Because this is like a total counter to what Janet just did. When Liz gets home, Dominic's sitting outside the gate, and that's when he says it out loud to her. So now his animals picked up on him saying it. So it's like the plans are just everything's gone to crap.
Okay.
all right.
So what is effectively happening is that one meme of someone about to get shot and someone's like, no, 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 no. Just diving in front of each other.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Maya didn't.
Flynn's
know.
asleep.
Yeah,
Oh
Maya
my
didn't.
God.
Flynn is asleep. No.
Yeah.
What a way to end off episode 2. What a cliffhanger.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try, but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always prey on the lonely, but with you here, nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try, but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love.
This is all we got. Show me love.
This is
All we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Sometimes life will push you down. Make you fall onto the ground. But I know you will turn it around. Oh, this is all we got. And I know you'll make mistakes. Get interference and lose your way. Find the light when it rains. Oh, this is all we got. Show me life. Show me love. Make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life. Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. Make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me life. Show me love. This This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love.
All right. So when we broke for commercial, the doors to this highly secured room opened, and you found out that it was some sort of clean room bio research lab. And it tried to electrocute Kevin in Rome. It resisted multiple attempts at hacking it took multiple attempts to bypass the encryption, the firewall on the door to get the door open. And this is what you're faced with. So what do y'all do?
Can you find out who was the one who was trying to sanction this shit? Reese, because I feel like they might need an explosive to the face or something.
Like electronic records?
Yeah.
Is that something I think I could do?
Sure, you can try. Go ahead and roll operate.
Reese, Ives, go through this. Kevin, you're with me. We're checking out one of the cargo areas, see if there's anything worthwhile on this wreck.
Sounds good. Maybe hand me one of those grenades, Reese, just in case.
You want the flamethrower? It's not very effective.
Nah, I think I'll pass on the flamethrower. I got the fuck off stick and a grenade. I feel like I'm good. We can play baseball with the zombies.
I got a 12.
All right. Well, who sanctioned this? I mean, this is definitely some sort of black ops authority ship that was intended for special projects. So completely off book, completely, funded by some section of the authority military that just had autonomy over just about anything. The interesting thing that you all notice when you're in here is that there are no broken vials. It doesn't seem like anything was accidentally released.
So intentionally released, perhaps?
Not at least not in a gaseous way. It's not like a container.
Could have been like an injection that they were giving people, some of the crew, as an experiment, but it really seems like they should have kept those people locked up,
They could have been locked up. They could have gotten out.
Maybe they didn't anticipate them being. I don't know that they were trying to make zombies. I think they were trying to make super soldiers or something like that.
Always super soldier.
It's always some
Always
shit like
super
that.
fucking soldiers. I mean, they just inject you with all kinds of shit when you're in the military. So,
you said you were going down the hallway to open up a cargo area?
Yeah.
Okay. You do
With
that.
Kevin, if Kevin comes with me.
yeah,
Okay.
he'll follow.
So you pick cargo bay 3, and there is no security on the door. When you open it, though, what you see is a number of almost looks like beds, but they're covered, and they're covered only up to about halfway, and you can see that it looks like there was a panel on top that slid out, and there are people laying in the containers.
Oh, are they dead?
Are you going to get close enough to try and figure that out?
How enclosed are the containers?
They're halfway open, basically. Some like waist up is basically where you can see the people.
Can I move around the room and like watch to see if they're like get a better like vantage without like being in melee range, you know?
Yes. So as you can make when you make your way into the bay and you start to look around, what you realize is that they are dead. They are all dead. This is basically was turned into a morgue.
I think these are the failed experiments. Did they want space zombies? Because this is how you get fucking space zombies. I mean, seriously.
I don't really
So
give a
as
shit
you are
what the
going
authority gets
through,
up
Reese,
to.
as you are going through records, what you find is it seems like Kevin hit the nail on the head, so to speak. This was definitely the entire crew basically signed a waiver that they could get early discharge from the military if they agreed to be subjects in experiments on board this vessel. And so they basically signed up for a super soldier program.
We gotta blow up the ship.
The entire ship.
The entire ship.
Yes.
Kaput.
I mean, you still have to have people operate the ship, but maybe they didn't take into account. Maybe they didn't have enough people that had not been affected. Something, but basically, yeah, the entire crew is either dead or roaming around like zombies.
That seems like a big old whoopsie on their part.
Space whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
A spoopsie.
We just put space in front of everything and make it better.
Radio over the comms. We can't fence a super soldier serum that turns people into these things.
No, but it could be used as biological warfare, and we need to destroy all evidence of what happened here.
That's why we blow up the ship. We blow it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can once we have anything. That's
We could, however, blackmail whatever this secret government, whatever is.
There's no government left.
Oh, well, then I don't know what the fuck these people were doing. Did the blood look fresh on the people? Like, how long is it after, like, the no government, like the war? Like,
recent, basically.
Oh, so it just like ended. I'm in full PTSD mode. Great, gotcha. And now we've got zombies, fucking space zombies. I'm never gonna recover from this. Never. My mental health kaput.
I'm certain you'll find another emotional support explosive or something along the lines, and you'll be fine with it.
I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna find
that
the
is
fuckers.
pretty much those are Kevin's coping mechanisms. Stick, the explosives, the mega blaster, like
Rome's coping mechanism, meanwhile, is
therapy.
shutting down.
Oh yeah, no, I prefer to blow up instead of shut down, you know. Reese is just unhinged laughing.
Space therapy.
Reese just doesn't remember anything.
Explosive therapy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of exposure.
Reese put all the memories into a box and threw the box away and said,
Blew that up.
I'll just
blew that shit to hell.
Yep.
That's
Lit it
fair.
on fire, crushed
Really,
it
I
with a
feel
hydraulic
like that was
press,
the way that I should have went.
blew it up.
If they were doing medical experiments, maybe we'll get lucky and they had to store a painkiller somewhere. See if you can find something like that.
So there is another. There is. So they're all together. There's 5 cargo bays on this deck, and 2 crew quarter bays, and the crew quarter bays are basically barracks for all intents and purposes. I mean, the accommodations were Spartan is probably a step up from what these are, and basically they were just pads on metal frames, racks.
So these are the failures, right? I actually do need that blowtorch. I just want to make sure that these the bodies are creeping me out a little. I think we should.
So it looks like they turned. It looks like they turned a cargo bay into a makeshift morgue.
That is so fucked up.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Nah, I know.
It makes
doesn't
sense.
shock
It's
me.
fucked up, but it makes sense.
It shocks me that they didn't pick me for the super soldier program. But in hindsight, I feel like that I really got the better end of the deal.
More care than they gave to us clones.
What?
Most of us just got thrown in a ditch.
I mean,
at least
the-
you didn't come back as a zombie.
talk about disrespect on your corpse.
All right. So what are you gonna do?
Your buddy's gonna eat your face later. That's disrespect.
Unless there is anything more than just the makeshift morgue in this cargo bay, Rome is just going to move on.
There are medical supplies.
Okay.
So you will be able to loot some cargo.
Okay. That's the important thing to Rome is just anything that's going to be worth some
Just be
credits.
careful what you're grabbing out of the medical supplies, though. You don't want to accidentally stick yourself with the zombie potions.
Well, I don't
The
intend to
zombie
be
juice.
injecting any strange syringes into myself.
Yeah, but you
Sorta
break
like
one
looks over his
vial,
shoulder at
then
Kevin.
you stupidly go to pick it up, and then you cut your finger and you boom, super soldier serum in your bloodstream, you're zombie. Then I gotta blast your brains out, and I don't want to do that.
Kevin,
With a tripod, you know.
Kevin,
What?
between the two of us, who do you think is more likely to do something like that?
Definitely you. I'm not even rooting in the fucking medical cabinets. That's how little I want to be near fucking zombie potions.
Then how about you check the other cargo bays and see if there's anything else worth taking?
Because there's zombies fucking everywhere. And we should probably be on a buddy system and shit.
Well, then how about you get your ass in gear and start finding something?
All right. Looks for things to make explosives with.
So
The only
Spaced out of
currency I care
mercy.
about is boom.
there is no there's no arsenal or no armory.
Okay.
It's basically all it's rations, it's replacement parts, mechanical parts, it's
Anything worth money?
yeah, I mean you could definitely there's
Yeah,
definitely
just
stuff marketable
stripping stuff that's worth
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Strip the equivalent of the copper.
I
out
don't
of
trust the
parts.
rations though, so I'm not going like really I don't know how they were giving them like how they were getting the people to ingest it. So like Kevin's like, nah, rations could be contaminated. Nah.
Yeah, I mean building materials and replacement parts, and if the ship suffered combat damage, then the sections of deck plating to replace and things like that.
Yeah.
So all that stuff is sellable. So there's
Awesome.
definitely valuables that you can collect from here.
That's what Kevin's doing. But not fucking around with the meds or the rations. No consumables for him.
Any high quality painkillers or anything that might be black market sellable as like a less than legal substance. I think that's what Rome is looking for in the medical supplies. Plus, if we need a restock on any like basic like bandages or whatever, I'll grab some of those.
Yeah, there's definitely there are medical supply. There's like off the shelf type painkillers, not in the sense of like high end like morphine or anything like that, but like pain pills, bandages, Medigel that would help to like burn, help with blaster burns and things like that. So yeah, definitely.
All right. Just have like a fold out duffel bag that he's just like shoveling all this stuff into.
Okay. So once you guys grab what you are able to find that you think is valuable, What do you want to do? Basically, you got what you have left. If you want to explore, you've got you've got the deck where where the zombie tried to reach out and grab Ives. That deck you didn't go into. You've got the deck all the way at the top, which would stand to reason that's where the bridge or the CIC is, and then you have the engineering section, which is all the way at the bottom.
What is most likely to have the most valuable loot? I vote we don't go where the zombie arms were, like, because we know that place is infested. Just, I'm not like a rocket scientist. I'm not like Reese over here who knows all that shit. But like,
smart like Reese.
I'm not smart like Reese, but I know that there were fuck off zombies over there, and I don't want to be there.
No, the cargo bay deck is basically where you're going to find the most valuables. So you pretty much have you've hit that jackpot.
Okay. Well, unless you want to hit the engineering room in the off chance that somebody is holed up there, but like it seems like this would be the best place to hold up if you were. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if we want to blow up the ship, we'll have to go down to engineering anyway.
So engineering it is to.
You want to rig the fusion reactor to explode to go critical?
Yeah.
All right.
Big boom.
Timer, correct?
We know how to set a timer.
No, maybe, because the last time you said maybe was that time we had to slingshot around the pulsar to get away from that cruiser.
Yeah, but we had so much fun doing that.
But it worked.
Just because it worked doesn't mean it wasn't a stupid risk.
We'll learn when it goes negatively. This is why consequences are important.
I want to search it for anything valuable or important.
Look, if you're so worried about getting caught in the blast, you can go wait on the ship and I'll rig it to explode.
I'll stay here to help with an engineering help that Reese needs, so you know.
Rule 6, the team stays together.
You just told me to go to another room by myself to look for stuff.
Those rules are more like guidelines anyway.
They're more like guidelines.
I feel like Rome is forever frustrated with Reese.
Oh, yes. Rome is forever frustrated with most of you. Ives every once in a while, like, crosses that line, but for the most part stays on the good side.
At least to your knowledge.
Yeah.
There's
sure probably more he doesn't know about and is like willfully ignorant about it. Like,
I get the impression that Ives is the subtle kind of annoying, that like you don't really realize this happening until like you're like, wait a fucking minute.
You only realize until it's too late.
Yeah. And you're wearing his ugly sweater at the disco. God damn it.
Space disco.
Space disco.
The Spisco.
Yes.
Is anybody not going to go down to the engineering section?
I'll be coming, but I do believe Ives wanted to search that clean room.
Yeah, I want to search that lab for anything important and or valuable.
Just watch out for any vials. And don't eat the rations. You never know.
Vials might be helpful.
That's what you find vials and you find pneumatic injectors. So it does definitely seem like they
were injecting.
They injected crew members and with some type of compound and waited to see what happened.
Okay, I'll take the injectors, but I'll leave the vials.
Okay.
You never know what you might
sure
want
they're
to.
clean.
The injectors definitely would be valuable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but you might want to like blowtorch those a little just to make sure that
we'll clean them. We'll sanitize them.
There you go. The jury-rigged blowtorch would work very well as a sanitizing blowtorch.
Exactly,
but
that's what I'm saying.
Not as a murder.
Not as a murderer.
Yeah.
It has a variety of uses.
Everything has a use. You know,
people are like the more practical sanitizing, and then you just get a nice like side shot of Reese using them to make creme brulee.
Why did I just have like a flash
That's what you've done.
To,
you have Reese has jury-rigged a culinary blowtorch.
Yes.
Perfect.
I love it.
Not a good flamethrower, It
All
won't
of us-
hurt anybody alive, but it'll make an excellent creme brulee.
Nothing has no use, you know? I feel like between Reese and Kevin, like Reese convinces Kevin to grab all this random shit from places, and like Rome is annoyed with how much like crap like we have accumulated on the boom tube.
I feel like he started being annoyed, and then he realized that y'all accrue so much crap that he can literally just like wait a week and then just like put 50 pounds of it in the airlock and just jettison it, and you all don't notice.
Yeah, they would not
That's
even
fair.
notice them.
We would never even
Probably
know.
spot.
All right, so everybody's going to make their way down to the end to the engineering section to the fusion reactor. So what you discover is two things.
Zombies.
What?
Space zombies.
Space zombies.
Yeah.
Yes. And it seems like the fusion reactor is intact and is working, but was cut off from the rest of the ship. So what you're able to see is basically a group of like a dozen or so space zombies, and they're all like huddled around the reactor, and the reactor is glowing this very unusual green yellow color, and is just bathing them in radiation.
Ah, shit.
Radiation's not good.
That's
We're gonna have to blow this up some other way. Let's get the fuck out of here and figure out how to blow this from the outside.
Okay, so what I need everybody to
Uh-oh.
do is, if you're gonna, so you got there and you see all that. If you want to try and get away without any of the glowing radiation space zombies noticing you, I'm going to need something along the lines of a sneak. And I believe, Ives, I believe you have sneak on your sheet.
I do.
So you're definitely going to roll that. And if nobody has sneak on their sheet, you're just going to roll one die and add cunning.
I actually do have sneak.
Ooh, I got a 10.
Here we go.
Add Canug.
And
Canuck.
all right, so I got a 11.
Total for 13.
11 as well.
Okay.
Oh no.
Reese,
I'll send one out from Reese. Oh
Zombies.
dear.
Reese.
So,
My Canug failed me.
Canog.
Damn you, Canug.
Fucking Canugs.
I didn't Canug, I Canugged.
all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna treat these zombies like a whole like a mob, basically. So they're not individuals. So basically, so that I'm not like rolling 12 times, basically. It'll have it'll have multiple actions, but it's just to do a little bookkeeping, kind of expediting, I guess you can call
And this is why we have a fuck off stick.
it. And this
Kevin
is exactly
says.
why.
I have grenades.
And grenades. I feel like maybe we should rethink throwing the grenades next to the
Reactor.
reactor that's like on nuclear. I just feel like we might all die, and like I get
So,
it. We all flirt with death a little, but like maybe
So
let's not do that.
Ives is all like cat-like, just you can't see me, whatever. But Ives looks back and sees Reese do something dumb. What dumb thing does Reese do?
Goes, oh my god, why is it the reactor that color? Like,
And that gets the attention
Yeah,
of the
I don't
mob. And 12
Reactors aren't supposed to be that color.
God damn it. Reese.
Fuck, we're being quiet. Oh god. Fuck.
12 heads turn towards you. As you're like crawling down the access shaft, and coming into the engine room, and you're looking at the reactor, and Reese is like, reactors are not supposed to look that color, and they all turn around, and their eyes are glowing the same color, and their
Fuck.
fingernails are glowing the same color, and they just start crawling. Like it's like they're like hypermobile, so their arms and their legs,
Oh, fuck me.
and they're just scrambling around. It's like they're not even, I mean, there were the zombies that you encountered, but maybe something in the fusion reactor caused another chemical reaction or whatever, and these guys are just they're so far removed from humanity. It's unnatural and gross.
Stars above, open fire!
Just get back up the fucking vent. We jam the thing, get the fuck off this ship, and then we just fucking blast this thing to high hell.
Can I jury rig
No, here we
this
go.
pile of grenades to a timer?
You can do that, yes. Now, pile of grenades is really, I believe, just 2.
Yeah.
So
I just have to. Okay, these 2
Yes.
grenades. I was imagining like 3, so 2 works.
I don't know. Work them out near the reactor though, and then I'll just play baseball with the zombies.
But my question is that okay? You can jury rig the 2. You can combine the 2 grenades, but what are you going to attach them to? Like, what are you going to blow up with the grenades? And like,
The
what is
fucking
your
reactor.
So you're gonna huck the mega grenade down the access shaft?
Oh no, that's a terrible
I was
plan.
thinking,
Lower it.
I was thinking more just like space duct taping it to the like side of the access shaft as these zombies chase after us, and then
So basically preventing them from chasing after you. So you're gonna.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's smart. That's smart.
leave
I
it, and
thought
then we
were,
get, like
gonna
keep
blow up the
scrambling
reactor. I was
away,
like,
and
oh,
then
God.
once either like we're up the shaft or have enough distance, whatever will have the biggest impact, set off the grenades, and then we hightail it to our ship and leave.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and roll? You should have engineer also, right, Reese?
Yes.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and roll engineer? You're basically you're creating a timed explosive. You're going to attach it to the access shaft, and that way it gives you enough time to get out and back to the landing bay deck back to your ship. So go ahead and roll the engineer.
That is a 12.
All right. So that will do enough damage to the access shaft and basically to seal it off. So that way the irradiated space zombies will not be able to chase after you. You're able to get back to your ship, and you're able to get your ship off of this ship. Now, you don't have weapons that are capable of destroying the ship from the exterior. Was there something else that you wanted to try?
Oh, sorry.
Well,
No, go ahead.
I did have an idea too.
Oh, go ahead. You go first.
So because we're kind of like a semi freighter type ship or like cargo ship, more utility. Do we have like cables or attachments we could attach to the other ship and like, I don't know, tow it to a black hole or something?
This is
You
one
could tow
choice.
it. You could tow it to the nearest star.
Or that.
That works
Probably
too.
a better idea.
I was actually just gonna suggest that maybe one or two of us go out in those little fighter jet things and then shoot it, or like set it on a crash course and then go off to I don't know, whatever.
I mean, you could rig. I mean, each of those smaller craft has a reactor. You
Oh, let's make a mega reactor.
Oh no.
you can turn both.
No.
You can overload.
Oh,
You can
no.
overload one of their reactors, and that could do it. That could do enough. It could possibly do enough damage to scuttle the ship, but I mean, there's a chance that basically, I think it's either use one of the smaller ships to try and destroy the bigger ship, or Reese's idea of towing it to the nearest star and hurling it into a star.
I think we use. What if we have a plan A, plan B? Like, if we can't destroy the ship with these other little ships, then we tow this
We
shit.
tow it. We gotta
Yeah,
go back
my
to our ship that
concern-
way anyway.
My
Yeah.
concern is that if we blow a bunch of holes in the sides, we don't know how these zombies react to being in space, so they might be able to climb on the ropes, however we're towing it, and get onto our ship.
That's
But
At
in
least right
theory,
now, we
in
think
space,
they're
they would
contained.
blow up because there's not pressure, right?
They're
So,
also
like-
not supposed to glow and do whatever the hell.
We don't know
And
what
they could
this-
turn into their own nuclear bombs. That's actually a good point.
We don't know what
I
the
don't-
serum did, if it strengthened their bodies to be able to self-regulate in a vacuum.
What if we can combine all the reactors on these little? There were 4 of them, right? 4 little jet things or whatever. I don't
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
What if we
So
combine
you
all
want to
of them?
remove the reactor? You could. Yes, you could
Remove the reactors, create a
from the-
mega reactor to create a bomb, to make a mega reactor bomb, and then just blow this fucking shit to that.
You can certainly try that. Yes.
What if there's stuff left over?
That seems like somebody else's problem at that point. We know that this isn't going to. Well, we don't know that it isn't going to spread, I suppose.
It may
But
not spread, but Reese had a very good point that you don't know to what degree the irradiation of the serum did to them, and can they exist in a vacuum? You don't know that. Now, it's possible it may not be the case. You could blow a hole in the bigger ship and vent them out into space, and they could all die. It's just you don't know for sure.
what if we keep one of the smaller crafts and we fly that a little bit away? We try to blow this with 3 reactors. And then if there are zombie pods, we'd use that fighter ship to shoot those zombies to high hell. So it's like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Or we could boom them in the black hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be extra sure.
I mean, I think just towing the ship to a star and having the star incinerate them would probably
Let's just do that then.
be the safest option.
Okay, so in that case,
Are you sick? Because, I feel like you're never going for the safest option. Are you ill? Do you need some medicine? Probably don't take
Oh my
medicine that
God, I
was
got
on that
bit.
shit.
it's medicine.
The super soldier serum turns me normal.
That's all it did to Reese.
Yeah, alternate universe. Wait, where's Reese's mustache and goatee?
Yeah.
Shit, hang
Your
on.
universe, Reese. Your universe,
Hang on.
Reese, is rational and
Oh shit. Hang on.
And Rome just sighs.
Here we go.
yes.
I
I think that we should go with the safest option.
Yeah.
Brome was so happy for a second there because he was like, "Did Reese actually suggest something sensible?" And Kevin just came in like, "What the hell's wrong with you, bro?" Damn it!
My friend, what are
What's
we
wrong with
doing?
you?
We could make boom boom and throw it into a star. That would be so
We-
many booms.
Could rig all of the reactors to make a big mega reactor on the ship, tow the ship to the star, and have a double boom.
Yes, that one. Let's do
To
that
be
one.
fair, I think all the reactors on the fighters are going to explode when they're exposed to the star.
Yeah, but if we double them up, it'll have an exponential effect.
There'll be explosive diarrhea.
Yeah. Zombaria.
All right.
Whatever.
So long as you can do it without any more risk to us and the ship,
Sure.
do it.
All
I
right.
feel like we tag team making a mega reactor bomb
Yeah, this is gonna
thing.
involve Reese and Kevin working together.
Yep.
So who's got the better engineer?
I have a +3.
And how
I
many
have
dice?
a +1.
But how many dice?
I've got 3.
Okay, so that means that Reese has the better modifier.
Yep.
So that means that Kevin should be helping Reese.
I will help you, my friend.
So you will get an extra die.
Cool.
Whilst
You want to give them a pep talk? Does Rome want to give them
You
a pep
got
talk?
this. Yeah, you
I was
got
about
this.
to say,
You got
whilst
this,
they're
my
doing
friend.
that, can I provide support here?
You can provide support, which means that you can give Reese 2 extra dice.
Have 2 more dice. And I'll also suggest to Ives, I don't know if you're any good at this, but maybe find us a safe star nearby that we can junk all this in.
Do we have any extra grenades?
Yes, we have 2. Oh no, shit.
We got the flamethrower.
I can make an extra grenade. That's how I could help. If that works for.
I think you've made your 2 for is it per scene?
Per
I think it's per
scene.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then you could have made 2 more. You could have had a total of 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I am
space
cobbling
duct tape the grenades on either side of this mega reactor.
Yes. Space duct tape. It's good for everything.
As Rome is just like guiding them through it, he's just sitting there thinking to himself, what the hell happened to my life?
I got a
How did
12.
we get here? There's a monologue and you're breaking the 4th wall. And this is the moment that I asked myself, what the fuck was I doing with my life?
Like, I wanted to do something after surviving that battle, but was it this? I don't think it was this.
Record scratch, freeze frame. Now you may be wondering how I got here.
Go into backstories. These crazy motherfuckers that knew each other from the army, but Reese doesn't remember Kevin, and Kevin doesn't really tell Reese how they knew each other, so
Maybe Reese tried at one point and realized that he could see. Kevin saw Reese's 1,000-yard stare as he started to try and tell him, "Hey, remember that time on Rigel 7 when you see and
You just hear the dial-up connection
Yep.
noise.
Yep.
Just stares.
Dissociation time.
It's the overlay of the starship battle happening behind Reese's head.
Yes.
Just a big explosion.
What did Reese get on that engineer roll?
I got a 12.
Okay. So this is like a montage.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's Kevin pulling the reactors out of each of the smaller craft,
Uh-huh.
lining them up, and Reese wiring them together, and Rome like pacing and like checking like every 5 seconds, is it gonna work? Are you done? They're like, I know you guys can do this. I know you guys can do this. Like he's trying to give the pep talk through the anxiety,
Wiping off the sweat.
I feel like at a certain point he cracks open one of the painkiller bottles and it's just like, screw it, I've got enough of a headache.
Yeah. For some reason, I feel like Ryan Reynolds plays your character in this movie.
I can see that.
I am a person-sized headache.
Yeah.
see Ryan Reynolds. Or
Space Cowboy, yeah.
Michael Cera. Well, I'm thinking about something more nebbish, really.
Oh, okay.
What's his futz from Shazam?
Oh.
Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a Zachary Levi-esque.
Oh, like from
actor,
his that TV show where he was the secret agent.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that because that was the show that introduced me to Geek Squad.
Nice. All right. So that engineer role was sufficient to wire the mega reactor bomb. Now, do you still plan on hooking up the tow cables and lobbing it into a nearby star?
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to you're going to need to engage because that's
Okay.
piloting.
All right.
And I'll provide a extra die here.
Yeah, you can jump in a co-pilot seat and provide an extra die there. Sure.
I can't imagine Rome has like a chair at like the top of like a little pyramid with everybody else like around him in the pit, just like giving orders.
I think that's what like Rome tells himself. Like that's what he would like, but
It's actually all chaos, and none of us are listening.
Yeah.
Reese
At a
is
certain
sitting
point,
hollering
he's
at the wheel.
just sitting there sipping his alcohol, like.
This is how he got a drinking
hard to
problem.
port, hard to port.
And then Reese is just like, watch this.
I'm gonna do a flip.
Barrel roll, do a barrel roll.
Oh yeah.
Gravity is located on the ship. There is literally no effect for doing the barrel rolls.
We
It
look
looks cool.
Okay, so what did we get on that engage roll, Reese?
I got a 10.
Okay, it's just good enough. And you lob this highly. I mean, you can tell the amount of like in the old days, like the amount of credits that would have gone into space credits would have gone into designing the ship and the secret research facility. Whatever you're just watching it all go into the star, and there's a small burst of light as it is completely engulfed, and you realize that you have successfully saved the galaxy from the irradiated space zombies.
Yes.
But you don't know whether or not they would have been able to survive in a vacuum because you didn't so
We really should have experimented in hindsight, but at least
Oh,
those
it's
ones
fine.
are gone. We should probably try to find
Save
the
the
people
day.
responsible, because if they know about the serum, this could
Nah.
be really bad.
well, that would probably have to be for the next episode.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. Like, we didn't take any of that serum with us, so it's not like.
Are you sure? Because like you're saying that, but
We sterilize the administration thing. Nothing wrong could ever
Sterilized.
go.
We'll do a bioscan before we head into port, but for now, find us a fence so we can sell this shit.
Can I get like a shower or something? I'm covered in zombie brain matter and shit.
Yes.
One sonic shower coming up.
Yeah. Super.
There is exactly one sonic shower on the ship.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
yeah. There's only
Why is my brain like, and it's like slightly too small for Kevin? So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's funny because normally I play the smallest character, and like now I'm just playing giant character.
Yeah.
That's how I
Biggest
imagine it.
character that proceeded to hide behind another character in combat.
I kind of didn't realize it, but I'm basically playing the character that I'm playing in a Star Trek game right now.
That's
Just like
hilarious.
the security expert who's in charge of managing everyone else, and everyone just completely fucking ignores him.
And he's perpetually frustrated.
Perpetually frustrated, and in that character's particular instance, he's also like scientifically inept, so everyone's talking technobabble, and he's just like, okay, is that gonna kill any of you?
But what does it mean?
That's amazing. You'd be like,
So
no, it's gonna be fine.
you managed to successfully prevent an awful menace threat to the civilized people of the galaxy from escaping, and you did manage to make a few bucks on the side.
Go team.
Yeah.
I literally think Rome has like zero thoughts about like potentially saving the galaxy, and is like, this haul was not worth the effort.
No,
That was way.
it was not a great haul, to be honest. But we did save the galaxy.
We
but
got
no
to
one's
blow
gonna know
something
it.
up.
Yeah, no, that's what Kevin and
That
Reese
makes it
are
all
like
worth
geeked
it.
about. They were like, "Did you see how big that boom
Kept the
was?"
two of them entertained for a few hours.
They're just like talking, like, "Did you see?" It was like,
Struggles of a
The
single
feat
father.
of improvisational engineering that was involved in making the reactor bomb, mega reactor bomb. They're both just like, yeah.
Yeah. They're like drawing things on like a cork board with, like how they could make this effect better in the future.
We've rigged 2 ships up.
If we just
We play
had
ship
5 more
croquet with them.
reactors.
If we
Bump
just
a
had
ship.
10
Them on top of each
reactors
We do a
and
cascading
20 grenades.
cascading parallel circuitry.
Yeah.
Ives,
Yeah, boss.
set a course for that bar on Arden 12 that I like. I think I need a refill on whiskey.
Sure. I know how computers work. I know how the navigation system works.
I'm just back up navigating.
I'm
Anything
gonna
happens
set
to
a course
Reese.
for the right planet. Wrong bar. Other side of the planet.
That's that gentle antagonism. Like, is he incompetent? Is he just being an asshole? You don't know. You'll never know.
World will never know.
Arden 5, here we come.
There you go. Right system, wrong planet.
Yes.
Wait, we're going Arden 5?
That's the tri-planet. God damn it. Bad.
They have lit edibles.
So
Gosh.
Thank you. That was fun.
I'm glad. I had a lot of fun too.
Before we wrap things up here, thank you, Craig, for showing us your system and GMing for us tonight. Where can everyone find you and see your projects and check out your stuff?
These days, I am Craig Hatler Games on itch, so it's craighatler.itch.io for Shadowlight and Persona. Also, I have a Tesseract on Mastodon or Dice Camp, and then Blue Sky. I think I'm Tesseract on Blue Sky also. I have a link tree, which I don't know. I'll get you the links. I'll get you the link.
We'll have the links in chat.
Yeah, we'll have the links
It'll
in the
be
chat.
around. It'll be
All right,
around.
sounds
Look
good.
over
But
there.
you
for
can
the
get this
links.
on his itch.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, thank you all for participating, giving me the forum to share this with you all.
It was a lot of fun.
Great.
I'm always down for a space rodeo.
Even if it's just a rodeo of
A
clowns.
spodio. Yes, thank you everyone for joining us this evening. There will be no Clockwork Chronicles on Thursday because of the Thanksgiving holiday in the United States.
Because
Sometimes
Turkey
it's
Day.
the following Thursday.
Gobble gobble.
What?
It's the following Thursday, actually.
Well, no, when this goes
No,
up,
this comes out in a
This is
week.
Oh, it's every other.
Yeah.
We're in the
Yeah.
future.
yeah, we're in the future.
well,
We're in the
In the
past, but when
future.
this airs, we'll be in the future.
And
Okay.
then following
It's
that,
like time
there
travel.
won't be any Jukebox Justice on Sunday. We'll be resuming everything the week after. So until then, have a good week. Until we see you again, enjoy yourselves. Get some sleep. Pet a dog or a cat. Pikachu.
Drink
Or the
glass water.
void.
Mhm.
Or scream at the void.
Oh,
Or
there
pet
you
the
go.
void.
Screaming
Okay.
at the void,
It- I was
staring
gonna say
into
my
the
void's
abyss
back.
is
It-
another
It might pet
pastime.
back.
Mhm.
Your void.
Pet the
Oh,
screaming
that's an
void.
angry void. Never mind. We're not picking up that void.
That's
She's
the wrong
not
void.
happy. I
Damn,
woke her up.
Blondie's pissed about her diet.
Well, I woke her up too. She was happily sleeping back there.
I was
So-
dreaming about food. You woke me up to this nightmare.
She'll be fine.
And on that note, bye-bye.
Y'all have a
Bye.